Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, that's Worimi, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides of the universal energies. And yes, a bracing winter arrived overnight last night. I love the change in season. Okay, what I want to have a quick look at in this reading, entertainment only, is I'm using my mystical manga cards. I don't know where the box went, but it's mystical manga, MANGA. Jack has filed the brief in regards to the no immunity for Trump case that's before the SCOTUS. I believe the Trump legal team filed their brief several weeks ago. So I just want to see what's going to happen. What's going to happen here? Now there have been 15 top judges and military personnel. We're talking about generals, etc., admirals and generals have written to the SCOTUS in a open letter, basically saying, "Don't let this guy have immunity." I've put it in my community page, a news article on Jack's brief. But he basically says that the Trump's claim lacks any historical precedence and refutes the founders' vision of the country. So Trump's was that the president does. Oh, and yes, and Jack says the president does not require immunity from criminal law. Trump's claim was that the president should have immunity in official acts, which is really interesting because I'm pretty sure stealing documents and selling them overseas is not an official act. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. How is, just very quickly, now that both briefs have been filed, there is no reason for the SCOTUS to delay any longer. Let's have a look. First of all, how will the SCOTUS rule? How will the SCOTUS rule on the immunity? Just for an update, because we do go on energies of the day. You want that card? Okay, thank you. How will the SCOTUS rule on the immunity? Come on down very quickly. Yes, there's a puppy dog curled up back there. Page of Cups. Okay, something surprising out of left field coming forward. Is this pro-Trump or anti-Trump? Let's have a look. I think the SCOTUS might surprise us, is what I'm getting there. The SCOTUS might surprise us old cynics in that we expect it to rule one way, it might rule the other. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, the challenge is going to be those on the SCOTUS that have been paid behind the scenes. Let's put it that way. We're talking about the Clarence Thomas types that have received money behind the scenes. Kavanaugh, but he's a little bit worried that when the Biden administration or the Democrats get both houses, that he might find himself under investigation. But we're talking about those that have received a bit of a handout is going to be the challenge. However, King of Cups, the DOJ, the Biden administration, an emotional balance, emotional maturity. So this is the foundation of the reading, and I'm going to call it as the DOJ is here. Jack Smith, sorry, messing with my light there. Jack Smith, DOJ. In the past is overseas influences, plan coming to fruition in regards to overseas influence. Oh, selling the documents overseas, of course, because wands are about messaging, they're about information. So it is about the selling of the documents overseas, crowning this reading the Star of Hope and healing, the best of democracy and legal system coming forward. Here we've got the Empress in the immediate future. She is very much about, well, Russian connections to start with, but she's also about bringing forth something really powerful, new, expanding, the birth of something new, but also expanding what is in the immediate future. It's Russia-Saudi connections. Oh, I might have a read on, so I've just got to hit on something in regards to that. Okay, immediate future, externally we've got the female SCOTUSes. I think there's 3 of them, bringing forth, being inspirational, bringing forth the law. So I think all 3 female SCOTUSes are putting forward a pretty solid argument here to rule in the favour of Jack Smith. Even Amy Coney Barrett, I think, is female justices internally. How are they going to rule? A lot of anxiety. There's several justices that are having some sleepless nights in regards to this decision, because it's all about the money, honey. Who got paid what and where. Strength. I love that strength is next to the best of democracy. Oh, but then we've got those that have tied themselves to the devil. So it is a battle behind the scenes. Loss and disappointment. How are they going to rule? Whose loss and disappointment? Volatile information coming forward, because it is volatile information. And then we've got the King of Wands. So we've got the Knight, Queen, and King of Wands bringing forth the ruling. Knight of Cups, an offer being made. The circle of support, the 3 women finding a burden in this message, as there is seedy underbelly being swamp, being uncovered, a decision, real thigh deep in the swamp, but decision time. And we've got, 2 twos here. I don't think they've made a decision here yet. We've got Judgment and Jack Smith, Alex Whiting, being seen and heard. And then we've got the Page of Wands as well. I think Jack Smith might have information on some of the judges. That's why we've got this anxiety card, because after information coming forward, being stopped, and investigation about abuse of power, and some judges are going to have to defend themselves due to their moral, financial, and ethical corruption. I am just going to put it out there. We've got another 2 on the bottom as well, so they are at a crossroads moment about which way to go forward. We've got oligarchical money, feathering their own nests, disappointed in the outcome, but finding themselves restricted due to their actions in the past. Okay, there's more to this than what meets the eye. What I'm really getting out of that is that decision hasn't been made yet, because there are compromised judges. Entertainment only. Jack Smith has information on those compromised judges that he might just let out, not publicly, behind the scenes. Does Jack Smith have information on the compromised? So what I'm really getting is it might be not a straight, okay. I'm going to have a look. Has Jack Smith got information on the compromised judges that is Jack Smith going to leak out? Not to the public, just to the judges themselves. I'm also getting that it will come back, the immunity, there'll be a disclaimer in it. Has Jack Smith got criminal information? I'm going to say criminal information on the compromised judges that he's going to let them know that he has. I feel a headache, actually. I feel like clutching the head. I haven't got an actual headache coming on. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. So this is information from overseas. The ship coming in, looking for the ship to come in. Page of Cups, something really unexpected out of left field. something being presented that will hit them out of left field. Yeah, Knight of Wands, volatile information in the past. That will force them to walk away. Walking away, it's in the past, but I mean, the past can be in the future, just the past of the decision. That will emotionally force them to walk away. Loss, heartbreak, despair, divorce, 3 swords piercing through the heart, betrayal. I'm going to say yes. There is information that has come in about their betrayal, and it's volatile information. Immediate future, poor choices. Choices based on power and greed and ego and addiction, etc. Full illumination, out, exposed. Exposed externally, internally, end of a cycle, end of an emotional cycle in regards to family. So it may be family members. Oh, gee, why am I hearing Ginny Thomas? But I think there's other family members that could fight. So even if Jack Smith couldn't go hit the SCOTUSes because they're considered immune from everything, there are family members that have benefited, that are open targets. We've got the Justice here, SCOTUS itself, an emotional cleansing, foolishness, something that's not going to be revealed. So emotionally overwhelming about foolishness that is not going to be revealed to us common folk, that will influence the decision as they reap what they have sowed financially, as secrets are revealed, brought to the surface and revealed. That will bring about a balancing. So there might still be some holdouts, but I'm really feeling that yes, he does have information. If I keep going, we've got Queen of Coins. This is what the case is about. Homeland security, but being paid, having to defend themselves, against moral, financial, ethical corruption, exposure, and contracts and agreements that they made with Trump. And there is a money trail. There is a money trail. They're going to find themselves entrapped. They're going to be seen and heard. There is information being brought forward that will put a stop. And then we've got the investigation again into the abuse of power. And then we've got the loss, disappointment. So I think this is going to be a Trump loss and disappointment as they try and keep secrets hidden, and the infighting that's going on. As we've got the Knight of Swords, a harsh truth coming forward, Queen of Swords, prosecution, and then movement forward. That's going to bring about a downfall. So I am going to say, what have we got here? The Empress, Russia, dark money, manipulation, Tower cards, secrets coming out, putting them in retreat because of contracts and agreements that they made in the past. Holy crumbs. Moving forward, the best of democracy, best of the legal system. Okay, I am just going to put it out there. I do apologise that I end up with so many cards, but I follow the story. I know the by rote meanings of the cards, but I follow the story until it comes to its conclusion. Yeah, there's some pretty compromised SCOTUSes there that I feel that through certain channels, Jack Smith is going to make them aware that he's got information on them. Now, I'm not saying blackmail, I'm not saying bribery. It just might influence their decisions. So I do see that, I do get that Trump's not going to get immunity, but I'm feeling there might be a disclaimer. So just show me, is there going to be? Is there going to be? How is the no immunity ruling going to come out? Is there going to be a disclaimer attached to the no immunity? Goodness me. Just going to do this. So we've got the abuse of power, the decision that still needs to be made, but it's in regards to money laundering, money coming in, money going out, what ship to hold on to, self-sabotage as well, having to defend themselves. I do feel that there's going to be, because of this card in the middle, that the SCOTUS are going to have to defend themselves against. This is also about the abuse of power, the self-sabotage, the betrayal, the deceit. I don't think a decision's being made, but at the moment there's some that are trying to work out how they can juggle it. We've got betrayal, loss, heartbreak, the swords through the heart because of connections to, I'm going to say Russia, Russian money, Saudi money, and the feathering of their own nests, basically. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boundaries set up, defending their decision, and anxiety. It's going to be burdensome. I think there's three. I keep getting that there's three on the SCOTUS that are going to push for immunity. It's going to go, I get 3-8, and I get 3-8, and I think one will recuse or just not vote for whatever reason. So I get 8 will vote for no immunity, 3 won't. Okay, what am I getting, guys? If you hear my guys, the gruff one is Meister and the softer voice is Narendra. Narendra doesn't talk very often, so it is very special when he comes through. But, okay, where do I want this to go? Okay, the other hit I got was something to do with Saudi's over for the Live tournament, SCOTUS. So watch for any meetings. What am I getting in regards to the Saudis over here for the Live tournament and certain members of the Supreme Court? What do we need to know? I feel like I could spend an hour going down rabbit holes on this reading, but what do we need to, oh, goodness me. What did I get? Falling out, absolutely falling out there. Moral, financial, ethical corruption in regards to feathering their own nest with Saudi, Russian type money, causing a lot of anxiety. Just put them at a crossroads about, because they're thigh deep in the swamp, which way do we go forward? It's a difficult decision for some of them. For the rest of us, we see really easy, but for some of them, it's a difficult decision because this is what's going on behind the scenes for them. And I do see a ruling here where they're going to have to defend their ruling. It's a ruling, it's a boundary set up. And then we've got the Page of Cups, something really unexpected. And then 3 of them. So do not be surprised if there are 3 of them that have their backs up against the wall and are trying to bring forward a ruling. I might leave it like that. Just watch for any meetings that happen. I hope some investigative journalists are really all over it. It's just, I'll leave it like that. Okay, as I said, I could continue for an hour delving into that. I do feel that Trump will not get immunity. There may be a disclaimer in there in regards to something, but he doesn't get full immunity. And I still get there's going to be 3 judges that protest a little much. Okay, let's see how it plays. Love to you all.